Pawn promotion! The best analogy for this is like getting a promotion at work. You are now the boss. Throughout my other tactical videos, this concept is going to come up quite often. This will help you remember it. It is very important because if you do get a pawn to the other side of the board, you can exchange it for a knight, a queen, a rook, or a bishop, and therefore gain more material to help you win the game. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a really cool tactical trap that you can use to win a pawn endgame. Alright, let's take a look at pawn promotion first. As you can see here, white's pawn is about to promote. The same with black's. When this pawn promotes, it can turn itself into a queen, a rook, a bishop, or a knight. Let's say white wants a queen. Well, that's attacking the king, so the king had to move up. And then if white were to make a random move, black could then take his pawn and turn it into a queen as well. Let's look at some more examples of this. Often in chess we have pawns on both sides of the board, and there is a race to see who can queen first. And often the kings are too far away to help. Sometimes they are close enough to help, but sometimes they are too far away. Here white pushes this pawn forward. It threatens to turn it into a queen. Black does the same thing, and both players end up with a queen. The game is therefore approximately equal. Alright, let's look at that really cool trap I was going to show you, because I think that we really understand pawn promotions. And this position is white's turn to move, and white can win by force, but not by moving his king. If white tries to move his king over here, then black will do the same, and because black is closer to these pawns, he will be able to get to them first. So therefore white must win without moving his king. He has to move a pawn in order to win this. And the answer is simply to play the pawn to g6. Black has to capture back with one of his pawns, because if he doesn't, then white will capture. If he tries to bypass, white will simply capture this pawn and quickly promote. So therefore black must capture. And no matter which pawn he captures with, this trap will still work. White then pushes the outside pawn forward, threatening to capture and then promote. So this pawn must be captured as well. But by doing so, black is no longer guarding this. With the black pawn here, the pawn is able to guard both of these squares. But once it has captured, it can no longer guard this square, and white's pawn is able to quickly promote. The same thing happens if black were to capture the other way with the other pawn. Instead of moving this pawn first though, we're going to move the other pawn and cause this pawn to be redirected. Then we can promote this pawn to a queen. This is a really cool endgame trap that you can use to win your games.